Good evening and welcome to the second race of the season in the ISRL Super Formula. And this evening we're also joined by... Over
me.
to you. Him!
Right. Me! It's definitely me. I checked when I woke up this morning.
Yeah.
It's me. It still is me. I think it's always going to be me. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's positives and negatives, I'm sure. So yeah, we're joined by Craiden this evening. He'll be running a stream as well on his channel if you want to see his point of view up against what I choose to commentate on. Hopefully we'll manage to catch far more than one of us would on our own.
Yeah.
You never know.
As most of you know, I'll always be watching from behind anyway.
He likes the view from the back.
Yeah, we won't do the obvious one on that one. I'm going to try and keep it clean. I'm going to keep it between
Excellent.
navigational beacons, shall we say.
Well, I promised Robbo that I'd behave if left on my own, so I thought I'd get an adult supervision. So basically, if anything goes wrong, it's all your fault or Robbo's.
No, I'm happy with that.
Excellent. So some keyboard shortcuts.
So, do I have to, here's a daft question, do I have to enter the race, or do I just click on spectate from the get-go?
You can just spectate from the get-go.
There you go, look at that. So learning something new every day.
Every day's a school day.
True story.
Even this late on a Saturday night. Continues to learn. So yeah, you've done a fair bit of racing on this circuit. Seen a few of your videos when you're going nearly hammer and tong along the track.
Can you call it racing? What I do? I poodle along and let other people win.
It's an attendance thing. Yeah, I can understand that.
I also don't know the format for this race, so I apologise in advance. I know it's Super Formula.
Yeah, we got stuck check at half past.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then quali. Quali I think's 10 minutes. And I'll hastily hit the Discord for more information. So we're looking at 18 laps. 1-8. 18 laps this evening.
I wonder they're doing it in Super Formula.
Yeah, they'll get round there sharpish. Race is due to start in about 8:40. It's about half an hour the race will last for. So yeah, this is also the series that alternates weekly with the multi-class. So we'll be back at the multi-class again next week for a bit more GR1 and GR3 action.
Awesome. Right, so what they're going to be doing now then? Is this quali?
This is a quick stuck check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little stuck check just to make sure everyone's connected correctly. And this usually ends in the first corner, carnage, and then everyone will jump out. When everyone's jumped out, that's quali will start.
Right, so we'll do what everybody does. What are your predictions for this race then, Budge?
Well, it's Raiden's always good to put your money on. Racer Tay is also right up there at the front. Vitamin G is very fast. MJ Walter has been absolutely superb when he's been racing. He's really improved over the last couple of weeks. He's just learned to sort of hold back on some of his overtakes, and it's really helped his speed and things. But yeah, it's a really strong group.
Never fancied this one yourself?
No,
this one. Driver.
I quite like the yeah, I quite like the faster cars, but that's a lot of gear changes, and I haven't had a lot of time to practice recently with other games taking a bit of my time. But yeah, I think I kind of like these. I'll
accept responsibility for that one.
Yes, that's an excellent bit of farming the other night.
It was. That front flip in that tractor was awesome. May I just say that?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It took a lot of practice, dedication, and hard work.
Yeah, and none of it by me. So I was really happy actually.
Hey Nick, how you doing this evening? I didn't manage to catch your video for the GR3, but I'll watch that later on this evening. Hunty, on a bus. Hurry up!
Hunty's on a bus?
Hunty's on a bus.
Isn't he supposed to be in a Super Formula?
Yeah, he's got the wrong vehicle there. Hopefully he'll be home soon. You can just see him wistfully looking out the windows.
I was going to, but I'll leave that for another day. So yeah, I'm going to apologise in advance to everybody listening, because this is the first time I've ever done this. I don't normally commentate on other people's races, especially when they're live. I promise Budge I won't swear.
That was one thing. Did you write the other things on the back of your hand? I said write it on the back of your hand, and then you could just...
that much at the moment that it's all just one big black blob.
Ah, okay. I might have to update my...
I'm a bit nervous for this.
Oh, it'll be great.
I know.
it's what could possibly go wrong.
Oh, you have to do that.
Yeah. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Dr. Pepper. This is the first warm-up lap. They're out there doing their qualifying at the moment. So yeah, once they'll put a banker lap in, then probably dive back into the pits again, stick another pair of boots on, and see if they can beat their first quality time. I'm not sure what the tyre wear is going to be like across the race, but it looks like the super softs are wearing after the first lap.
Wow. Just very quickly trying to remember how to use this.
So I'm watching Right and Lad at the moment. Had a little tussle in, I think it was the GR2s last weekend with Right and Lad. Lasted a few laps and ultimately in defeat for myself.
The thing I want to know is Right and Lad from Brighton? Because that's only up the road from me. That's quite scary.
No.
I'll shut up then.
I don't think so. It sounds... It's a Newcastle supporter. And I know you can support Newcastle from anywhere. But actually, I spoke to him. When I was in a lobby talking to him, pretty sure he sounded Geordie. It's all above the M. He's definitely above the M4. So he's northern.
Wait a minute, I'm above the M4.
And you are northern as well.
Technically, I'm the middle.
In the middle.
Because literally what they call the heart of England is only like a 15-minute drive, so... Any dodgy signals.
Well, someone's got to live down here.
True story. Lovely part of the world there.
It's very green. Right, so at the moment we have Craiden in pole position, Racer Town second, Right and Lad doing well in third, Vitamin G in fourth, but it looks like he's getting a good toe off Craiden as he's starting his fourth lap. See whether Craiden lets him past as they get down to the braking area. He doesn't. They're still pushing really hard. Oh, Raiden's had a spin coming out of the bottom section. He was on mediums as well. It's really interesting. So Craiden was in pole position, or is in pole position on medium tyres. Racer Tay mediums as well. Right and Lad super soft. Vitamin G's on super softs, as is Rooty M3 guy. Super softs as well. Walter on mediums. This may also be a punishment for being in the top 3 positions in the league.
Just come out on mediums as well.
Okay, so there's even someone on Emperor Buttocks. He's on softs. That's the sort of thing I'd do. If I saw there were people out on mediums and some people that were out on super softs, I'll get all confused as to which one I should go for and then go for softs in the middle.
Yeah, I just ask for tyres.
See what they put on, go for a drive.
Yeah. Well, I suppose for quali you are going to want the super softs just for the better grip in the corners, so you can go just a little bit faster.
Yeah.
And then maybe swap to the softs or the mediums for the race itself. Oh, look at me sounding like a little...
Yeah, getting all confused then.
You should. I don't even know where I am anymore.
So yeah, now we've got in first place. It's gone a full half second faster than Craiden. I've got Craiden is starting a... I'm guessing that's his out lap.
I'm guessing a few people are running late, you see?
Yeah, you've got Hunty is, I don't know, out riding buses, I believe it was. Gad game pitting.
Illegal in certain states.
Well, we'll just have to hope that the state he's in isn't illegal.
True.
So Gad and Rooty coming out of the pits.
Louis has gone purple in sector 1.
Oh. So we've got MJ Walter in 6th.
Second sector. Interesting. Let's see if he can finish this. Nope, okay.
MJ Walter just slipping off his best pace a little bit there. Yeah, there's confirmation on YouTube that Hunty has taken a day trip around the countryside in a bus, and he's just not managed to get home in time. Does like a nice trip in a bus, does Hunty?
I'm watching Gad Gaming at the moment. I'm guessing he's a pad player the same as me, because he's very wobbly even on the straights. I suppose you could be trying to put a little bit of heat in his tyres.
Yeah, that's so we took up. Oh, Fran losing it completely coming out of the corner and just ghosting in time for Right and Lad to drive through. So that's the thing about this course with on the road circuit. There's nowhere to kind of disappear off to if you make a mistake.
See if anyone's on for a hot lap. No. That was rather anticlimactic, I apologise for that.
Yeah, we're just following Craiden as he hits the side and goes in the pit.
Looks like Rooney's going to put in another solid lap then. Still hasn't improved.
Oh. I can picture a little angry fella, whether he is or not, sat on a bus shouting at us. So yeah, Mr. Hunty's been at work today and gets there by bus, so he's just coming back from work, so he may well miss this evening's race. I take it he's not going to be back in time to even start at the back, but like he says, he'll try and make up for it in 2 weeks' time in Catalonia. Although
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that he makes it, because even if you start from the back, it's still a start.
It's a start.
To be honest, that's where I'm normally at, so things can happen from the back. Ooh.
Yeah, and it'll also be taking part in the multi-class race next week. Did rather well, I think, from what I can remember of last week's race in the GR3s.
I'm really sorry to cut you off there, but I'm really hoping that Vitamin G wasn't on the flying lap then, because MJ Walters kind of pulled out in front of him. And I'd like to think he's now trying to give him a little bit of tow, but I think he's impeding him more than anything else.
Okay.
But there you go, solves that problem as MJ Walters smashes it into the wall. even I know that's not the fastest line.
No. Oh, it's just gentle words of encouragement from Hunty. Maybe, yeah, you should. Yeah, it's just gentle encouragement on the commentary from Hunty, I think. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to do? And I normally forget this myself when I'm recording or streaming.
Turn off your notifications. Alive. Alive. So yeah, what we're only going. Oh, nearly speared out by rd2. Just managed to catch the
nice
end.
Billy Elliot impersonation there.
At the start, yeah, there's a few that are struggling on this course at the moment. Well, actually, Tay's rear tyres are close to assist, and next we're past 10 minutes. So that is the end of qualifying. Not that we missed the end at all, but yeah. So rd2 starts on pole position with rd2 in second. Vitamin G third, Craiden fourth, Racer Tay, MJ Walters, Gad Gaming, M3 Guy, Emperor Buttocks, and Fran, yeah. So we have a
potentially Hunty if he gets back quick enough.
yeah, it's he says he's on an East Yorkshire bus.
Oh dear.
Is that bad, is it? Like a traction engine. Expect to see Fred Dibner jump out.
To be fair, I'd be more worried if you said Percy Thrower.
Percy Thrower. Was that the gardener from Blue Peter?
Well, he did do a little bit of Blue Peter, but he's a very, very old. Is this just a quick bit of demolition down before winning the race?
Yeah. Yeah, so qualifying's over.
Before they have to start being
it's not going to be easy for the first couple of corners on here. They're all going to have to. I mean, real damage, real race conditions. That could be quite fun. So here we go. The final has been started. Emperor Buttocks. All bow. Started the race, so here we go.
Well, I think what we'll do, just for giggles, if you take the top 5, I'll take the bottom.
Alrighty.
And then that way, I think, hopefully, we'll be able to cover more of the race over the 2 channels as well.
Yeah, let's do this then.
Right, I'm going to drop down to Fran. The front 5 to you, Seth.
Lovely. I'm going to be watching Vitamin G off the line. Looks like Rooty's got away, but rd2's done exceptionally well just in front of him as he'd come out of the corner. Rooty keeps first place from rd2, Racer Tay in third. They all look like they're getting out well.
Do that good off the line.
Rooty still leading the way. They're all very gentle and well behaved going on here. There seems to be some exceptionally close racing with Fran looking to get past Vitamin G, which he has, although Vitamin G looks to cut back on the inside and is up to third now, Craiden up to fourth.
Walters just took Fran on the outside, I think. Rather a lovely little move there. this definitely isn't one of my races. There'd be a massive crash by now.
Yeah, they certainly showed a lot of gaming skill getting through there with what little contact there was. And at the front, Ruti continues to stretch his lead slightly. Right and Lad's under a lot of pressure.
Battle for 6, 7 and 8. Bran, Emperor, Buttocks and Walter rather.
Ruti getting out of shape coming out of the chicane. Or the last chicane. Still leading the way from Right and Lad. 0.3 of a second in front of Vitamin G. 0.4 from Craiden, and then the gap building between Craiden and rd2 of 1.5 seconds.
Probably going to go right when going on the Emperor Buttocks into the wall coming out of the corner there. He's losing positions. Gap Gaming and N3 guy are really off the pace. They do very quickly seem to be going backwards.
Yeah, talking of backwards, we've got Right and Lad back down from 2nd to 4th. Vitamin G getting past him first, and then Craiden overtaking him. That's brought rd2 back into the equation. He's now 0.6 behind as he catches up with the first 4 cars in front of him. Oh, and up front, Ruti picks up a
4 seconds behind him.
There's a half-second penalty for Ruti at the front. Vitamin G now has Craiden all over his rear foot. Exhaust as he moves out to the right-hand side. He's in front of him now. I don't know if there was contact there on the slow right corner. And yeah, Craiden up into second.
Fran's looking to make a move on Walters here. Very close in the corners. Oh, Fran's overcooked it coming out the corners. And Walters is now just romping away.
So up front, Ruti is building a good lead here. He's nearly a second in front of Craiden. And Craiden has Vitamin G, rd2 and Craiden still right up behind him. Craiden with a small penalty that will just burn off. And hope to get back up behind rd2.
I'm getting really confused as to what's going on with the 9th and 10th at the moment. They really are going backwards. N3 guy is now 23 seconds off the leader. And Gab Gaming is slowing down for some reason. I did see him kick a wall or two right there, maybe he's got a bit of damage. But N3 guy is literally going to have him in the next couple of falls.
So Craiden now trying to pull in Ruti at the front. Still used just slightly over his 3/4 of overtake. Again on the medium tyres is Craiden. Ruti on the mediums as well. He's got far more overtake left. Looks like rd2's been a little bit more greedy on the overtake button. He's under 3/4 now. But he has managed to catch up. But Vitamin G closing in on him like crazy through the S section here. Just tapping the wall as he was coming past there. And they're now 4.6 in front of Right and Lad. So he's just sort of in limbo between the two groups at the moment. It's rd2 Ghosts with Vitamin G going past, so they're sort of 2nd, 3rd and 4th place still changing hands quite frequently as rd2 picks up a 2.5 penalty. That may be what sorts this or works this game out, who manages to get the least amount of penalties. So we go back up the front, see Ruti being caught by Craiden. It's now 0.4. Oh, gets very squirrely. Craiden does as he comes out the corner there. but that's a strong slipstream on here, and it looks like Raiden's going to pull alongside Rooty and then past him to take first place. And he's just got past him as they come down into the hairpin. Rooty managing to keep the tighter line. Does it give him better drive out of the corner? He just sits back in.
Trying to catch up to Fran. Doesn't seem to be making too much headway at the moment though. Very strung out back end of the field.
Yeah, another thing to take into account, these cars are rather thirsty. Having nearly completed 5 laps, they're sort of just over half tank of fuel. That could be quite interesting on the length of time in the pits it takes to refuel. That could affect other people's races. A bit of fuel saving from one, and it'd be better to sit behind someone.
I do believe that M3 guy and Gag Gaming, that's going to be their tactics to save as much fuel as possible, because both of them nearly have 3/4 of a tank. Which at this point in the race, I would have expected them to have burnt off a bit more than that.
Let's have a look back down. Now you've also got M3 guys on hard tyres at the back there.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe
so if
stretching it out to the final laps before he pops in for a splash and go.
Yeah, he's gone for the hard tyres. Raiden bunts it into the wall coming out of the corner. First place is slipped away for him there, but he's managing to keep third. Will he manage to get back up to speed and get rid of a 2.4 second penalty on top of that? So not only was he facing the wrong way into a wall, by the time he got it straight he had a 2.5 second penalty. Oh. And coming out of that, he's now got Craiden lad right up behind him, and he's back down into 4th. That of course releases Rooty at the front. Rather worn medium tyres now, but he's 2.7 seconds in front of Vitamin, who's stretching to a 6-second lead in front of Racer Tay.
Yeah,
so the
start getting harder and harder to catch as well as the cars get lighter.
Yeah, and we've got sort of the closest race I've got at the moment is Craiden in 4th and Craiden lad in 5th. Saying that, Fran is only a second behind.
If he can
now
get within that golden 0.8, they get the draft, and hopefully I can pass it on to you then, and I'll have Craiden lad.
Yeah, this is it's all come back together again. A couple of mistakes from 1 or 2, and all Concertina's back up.
Coming out that corner. That's not going to help him.
Oh, Hunt, he's celebrating this evening with a takeaway. What exactly have you got?
Buy for 7 quid. Actually quite a lot.
Yeah.
Go to the chippy lad, that's what I say.
Yeah, go to the chippy. I'd go for that as well. Yeah, so Craiden lad in the pits. See, will he come off of the mediums onto the go on to hards? Stays on the medium. It's Raiden on a new set of mediums as well. But out the front, Rooty with Vitamin G all over him, just in time to catch Vitamin G take Rooty. I think Rooty must have had a funny minute in the corner.
Did Craiden just pop in the pits for new tyres?
Yeah.
Because he didn't take on board any fuel, so I'm presuming he's going to have to stop again at some point.
Yeah, it looks like he'll have a 2-stopper splash and dash at the end then.
In fact, just rolling back through the last 5, the ones that have been in the pits have, by the looks of it, only taken new tyres. They haven't actually done anything for fuel.
Okay, well, but the way the fuel's going, they're definitely going to have to stop again. So, though Rooty in second at the moment is due to stop, his tyres look absolutely awful on the front. In first place, Vitamin G looks like he's kept his tyres together a little bit better. Rooty then into the pit. Vitamin G carries on for another lap on those
Craden's
medium
on an
tyres.
absolute flyer at the moment as well. He's purple. And he's just gained back up to 5th place as well.
And yeah, Rooty coming back at the pit, so he's 12 seconds down now on Vitamin G, with 3 seconds behind him is Fran. A second and a half behind Fran is Craiden, and Walter up into 5th during these pits.
Racer takedown in 6th. We've got Lightning Lad in 7th. M3 guy in 8th. Emperor, because I'm not saying the other word on the live stream, in 9th. Gab Gaming all the way at the back, who still doesn't look like he's coming in fits. Rather few and more tyres. He's also riding the hard tyres, so I'm guessing he's just going to do a splash and go at some point. I hope he can take his tyres to the end.
So we just had a lovely overtake from Craiden on Fran. Like you said, he's come out of the pits there. New mediums, probably looking to make up on that little mistake he had earlier and really put the pressure on Fran, and is now pulling away from him rather well. Racer Tay now catching.
Just gone past Walters and he's back in 5th.
So up front, Rooty's pulled.
Walters as well.
Is that Tay? Yeah, I take it Tay must have had a recent stop. Yeah, he's had a recent stop and he's on softs now. So this is going to be his little stint. Fast in the middle for Tay. Fran on a very warm mediums, not pitting then.
Yeah, Walters on the mediums as well. They're going to be starting to feel pretty shocking. Oh, Walters just put it into Fran on the straight there. Oh, Fran has smacked it off the wall. He's parking that. Fran's all the way back down in 7th now for that little assistant, shall we say, from Walters.
Yeah, but Craiden, who
Walters is hitting 3 guy turning around.
It's all going on at the back.
Can't imagine M3 guy's going to be happy with that, because he does have front wing damage now. And yeah, he's clipping the walls on the exits, so he's hurting at the moment. Fran obviously lit up his rear tyres now because he hasn't got much left on those mediums.
Yeah, and that, little accidents like that can ruin your strategy. I guess M3 guy there, if he's got the hards on, was looking to go really deep into the race as far as he could. Maybe put softs on for the last few laps and get in that way.
Yeah,
but that
I don't think his tyres are going to last much longer, to be honest. Those rear tyres are really warm. Fran's really going to have to come in the next lap or so, because his rear left tyre is almost completely gone. As he clips the wall again, he's not getting much traction out there now.
No. So at the front, Vitamin G's lead on very warm medium tyres has been cut from 12 seconds down to 5.5 by Rooty. Yeah, Vitamin's got some very warm tyres there, so Rooty's gone into the pits and got himself a pair of softs, and he's yeah, certainly is catching. Both of them got to stop again, so it'll be interesting to see.
It looks like he's gone for the softs as well. He's taking on a lot of fuel here as well.
Yeah, be doing extremely well to get the softs to the end from there.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry, my bad. It shows red tyres, but he's not. He's on the hards.
They've gone to the hards.
Yeah, and he took a full tank of juice as well.
Okay. Yes, yeah.
Seems a little excessive for what's left.
Yeah, from the commentary side, obviously not racing, so you might be making the right decision. I would have thought doing 10 laps on the hard and 8 on the medium would have been a better idea than the other way round.
I'm more concerned he just took a full tank of fuel as well, because although he did seem to be using a lot more fuel than anybody else, so maybe he's just pushing a little harder.
Yeah.
Maybe not one with the car yet, shall we say.
I'm saying because at the moment they've done over half and they've used less than a tank, so we're probably looking at about 1.5, 1 3/4 tanks to finish the race, I guess.
Yeah.
Rooty does well to hold it together. He's now 2.6 seconds behind Vitamin G, and he's now within. Should be able to see him. No, we can't go in car today. A few things we're not being able to do in the replay this evening. We don't seem to have the replay option. That doesn't seem to work this evening for this. But we'll carry on board with watching Rooty as he's now down to 1.6 seconds. So that's 10 seconds he's taken out of Vitamin G. Vitamin G's front left tyre looks like it's pleading with him to be taken off and put on the side to chill out somewhere. Rooty's right up behind him now.
The same story with the rear left on ankle buttocks as well. He's I don't know where he's finding the grip, but he's doing really well on seriously worn tyres as he clips the wall. Back to that.
And that looks like Rooty went to go up the inside. Vitamin G moves over, but that gives the room down the right hand side for Rooty, who now goes back into the lead. Into the hairpin. Vitamin G goes into the pits. So Vitamin G pits on his mediums. That frees up Racer now. Craiden, sorry.
Soon, Walters is going to be making a move on Craiden, lad. Very, very worn tyres as well, so Walters hasn't come in the pits yet. Which might be interesting. Oh, very slidey in that corner. There we go, he's in the pits now.
Follow Craiden now.
About an eighth of a tank.
Okay.
I'm getting good at this. I say he's on eighth of a tank, and now he's come in for a fuel stop.
In he comes.
He's going for tyres as well. He's not taking in new tyres.
That's another few more seconds saved.
Oh, I really do wish the pit stops were a little bit more cinematic, shall we say, because he's actually come out with nearly 3/4 of a tank and a new set of boots.
Okay.
This game's just proving me wrong at every turn tonight.
But yeah, Rooty up front on the soft tyres, they're half worn across and his fuel's now down, so he'll be stopping, I'm guessing, as he comes up to the pits this lap. Probably looking at pit mediums.
Made his first pit stop so far, I believe, is he's coming for tyres, but Gad Gaming is going to have to come in for fuel at some point.
Rooty was on 0 fuel as he comes into the pit, followed by Craiden as well, and Racer Tay. All the 3 top runners are in the pits at the moment. As Vitamin G comes out of the pits to carry on, he's already pitted, and he does come out in front of Rooty. So he's got a new set of softs on, 1 lap old, half a tank of fuel. He's on his way. May have slightly under fuel, but I think he'll be alright there. Rooty fast up behind him. Craiden now 3 seconds behind and 1.3 seconds in front of Racer Tay. Right, and lad, who is still keeping within distance, 6 seconds behind Racer Tay in 5th.
Gad Gaming really needs to get into the pits now and put his fuel warning light on. I haven't driven much in these cars, so I don't know what their fuel economy is like. It would be a shame if you ran out of juice.
Yeah, it's a long track to get back to the pits for if you time it wrong.
Especially running at, what is it, 50 mile an hour, I think they stick you out if you get really low on fuel.
Vitamin G pulling away. It's now 2 seconds in front of Rooty in second, who's got Raiden still sticking with him. Raiden on the soft tires should be eating. Well, no, we'll choose a different word for that. Should be catching. Rooty quite considerably. Yeah, he's taken another 0.2 out. He should be getting more as he comes out of the hairpin with a bit of traction. And as he came out of the corner there, he would have seen Vitamin G in first place in front of him as well, as he puts in a fastest lap as well, or a purple sector at the moment. So we'll see what speed he gets out of this.
Gone past the pits again. That's a brave move.
Yeah, managed to come over the line 0.7 faster, so Raiden setting the fastest lap would have won 34.3. He's all over the back of Rooty now. Not a lot of overtake left. Oh! Some excellent avoidance going on there.
One really diffuser at the moment. There's going to be an overtake there fairly shortly. Interesting. He's dropping back quite quickly there. He's gone from being within the slipstream to 1.2 seconds beyond.
Okay, so he ran out of fuel, or?
Yeah, he's got 3/4 of a tank and fresh boots as well.
Okay.
And he's on the softs. And Walters is on the medium, so he shouldn't have a problem catching in the kingdom with him.
And up near the front we've got Rooty starting to hold up Raiden. Of course, Raiden now doesn't have an awful lot of overtake left, and that's allowing Racer Tay to get all over the back of him as well, and he's got slightly more overtake left. Rooty, who's leading that pack through, has yeah, probably about 5/8 left on there.
He was finally coming to fuel, thankfully, and a new set of softs as well. With only 4 laps to go, that might actually be quite a good move if he can. Well, he's 26 seconds behind though.
Oh, Raiden took that corner far too fast. It's a 1.5 second penalty for Raiden. He caught his up against the side of the course there. Puts in further down as he lets off the speed there.
AJ Walters has come out of the pits with another new set of boots as well. He's now on the softs.
Vitamin G again failing to use the overtake button. So he used none of it and out in first place there. Second, Rooty, half the overtake left, conserving that nicely for the last couple of laps. Raiden absolutely flat out through the tunnel section there, with Racer Tay 0.5 behind.
He is really slowing down. He's got enough fuel and decent boots, he should be able to finish the race, but he's about to have Fran overtake him. I've just noticed as well that M3 guy hasn't used his overtake button.
Oh, he's still got all his overtake to use.
Yeah, hasn't even used it a little bit. He's in danger now, losing 7th to Fran.
Yeah, there may be a slight fuel issue there. I think that's fuel saving, maybe. Quickly flipping through. I know Fran, you said, may have completely overfilled, but even going up to someone in front like Wrighton Lad has got over half a tank of fuel.
Ah, right, these boys may need to come in for a splash and go at some point.
Yeah, there could be, unless
well below half.
whether they can eke it out up the front. We still have Vitamin G, a safe 1.6 in front of Root, who's had a fantastic race. Raiden is still managing to keep up with them on the slightly aging softs. Yeah, I think there's must be some major fuel saving going on there. It's Raiden and Racer Tay. Wrighton Lad is getting in slight no man's land back there. Looks like he's got a very safe.
At the moment, actually. The M3 guy who hasn't used his overtake and Fran who's used it all. I was expecting M3 guy to go defensive then, but he didn't. There might have been a little bit of contact in that corner. Just a little bit, not too much. Maybe got upset over it, so we're alright. M3 guy did clip the corner on the way out, but that could just be a little over exuberant on the accelerator, shall we say.
Yeah, some solid close racing going on there.
Fran's literally looking and reading all over the shop. Desperate to get past him. M3 guy's not really going defensive in the corners either. Oh, massive contact. M3 guy's into the wall. And Fran does the decent thing and waits behind him.
Good driving from the two, or sportsman-like driving from them. Up front, Vitamin G is...
pick up some front wing damage from that.
Okay.
That's not going to make him a happy bunny.
No, bit of light damage though, should be, that'll wear off in a few seconds.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Fran's just made the overtake. With the way he's driving, he's just going to start pulling away from M3 guy now, unless M3 can sit comfortably behind him. But, he's already out of the distance for being within the slip. Over a second behind already. M3 guy's race is definitely going backwards.
Yeah, I think it's always going to be a difficult one with that one-stop strategy that he's been looking at. You really have to be clean and have, whether it's his fault or other people's fault, it really is difficult to get the race done with that strategy if you do get caught. So Craiden is right up behind rd2 now. On the final lap.
M3 guy is, by all accounts, trying to make a comeback. He really needs to use that overtake button though.
Craiden managing to see rd2 off through the port section. rd2 completely out of overtake now. So is Craiden. Vitamin G would have won second penalty up in front. This could be where is he going to get rid of this second penalty?
MJ is doing a really good drive at the moment. He's 17 seconds ahead of 7th place. Fran's maintaining his lead from M3 guy. Is nearly 10 seconds behind him.
Vitamin G, you've got
36 seconds behind.
Oh, Vitamin G having to use his penalty up into the hairpin, went up to the inside, used his penalty up, but coming out of the corner, overcooked it and put it a little bit sideways, and he was taken by Craiden and rd2. So somehow, which could be against all a few odds at least, Craiden is your race winner with Vitamin G in second place, rd2 in third. Racer take coming over the line to take fourth. Right and lad, looks like to be a very solid 5th place there. It's a bit uneventful in front, but he managed to keep a good gap behind. MJ Walter looks like he'll be the one that's going to finish in 6th this evening.
Well, the boss is still pulling away from M3 guy, so I'm guessing M3 guy is really having to play with his fuel today, but he still hasn't used that overtake button either.
Oh no, Fran has cooked it coming out of the hairpin and spun it around to put it into the wall, and M3 guy has gone past him. And he's going to have to watch himself.
Speed enough. Paper Buttocks is literally closing in on him now in 2 seconds. And he is dropping fairly rapidly. Fran's going to have a really, really clean last section. Oh, Oh, as Emperor puts it into the wall, and then Fran puts it into the wall with a 1.1 second penalty. Scrubbed that off really quickly, but Emperor is right there now. Drag race to the finish.
Fran out of fuel before the line, do we think?
I think so. He lost a lot of speed there.
There didn't seem to be a great bit of power towards the line, so it looked like a lot of fuel problems there. So what a fantastic finish to the race. Up front, Craiden takes victory, up 3 places and takes the fastest lap. Absolutely superb finish to the race. Many congratulations, gentlemen.
Lovely bit of racing there at the end for M3 guy, Emperor Buttocks and Fran. Unfortunately for Fran, he did finish in 9th. That spin obviously cost him a lot.
Yeah, put him back.
Fuel, we presume.
Yeah, a few of them doing that. M3 guy must have just managed to hold back enough. But yeah, that it turns out I think M3 guy, even though he's had a couple of, you were calling out some of the incidents he'd had further back there, so it looks like 7th place was pretty good finish for him in the end.
Yeah, he was getting beaten up quite a lot, to be fair.
And up front we have
a steward's inquiry there.
Steward's inquiry. Craiden doing superbly well. Cream rising to the top. Look, a few accidents along the way, picking up a few seconds penalty, but always managing to stay within in and around first place. Rooty looks like he just got into a bit of difficulty when his tyres went off towards the end there. Vitamin G doing well. Racer Tay, 4th place, very solid finish. So there we are. Excellent. So we'll look at ending the stream there. Thank you very much for joining in. If you're watching on my channel and you've enjoyed the co-commentating of Craiden, check out Craiden's YouTube channel as well for lots of attempts at racing and farming. Yes. And other things like that. Like and subscribe. Thanks very much for joining in, everyone.